Hey, Jonathan from Uncaged Human here, and today I want to talk to you about moving without needing more time. Because what is the number one reason why you don't create the habit of exercise and you don't make fitness a priority? It's because we don't feel like we have enough time, or we legitimately just don't have the time to make an hour of dedicated fitness practice happen in our lives. So I want to show you four natural movements that you're probably missing in your modern life that you can integrate into your day without needing more time, right? So our goal here is to make a lifestyle of movement to where it becomes automatic and it's not this thing that you have to do, that stresses you out, all that sort of stuff. So number one is very simple, and it's walking. We evolved to walk long distances, and we evolved to walk every single day, right? It was a part of our lives as hunter-gatherers. We've gotten out of it, but our bodies still crave that walking. So a way you can walk without needing more time is whenever you take a call or have a meeting, do it outside and go for a walk. I have been getting into the habit of tracking my steps, and I find that highly motivating. It might seem a little ridiculous to use technology to remind you to move, but I say do whatever works for you. So that's number one. Stack walking into the things that you're already doing. So if you're meeting up with a friend or whatever, suggest going to the park and going for a walk, or just taking a walk around the neighborhood. The second one is squatting. So we don't squat enough in our culture because we've replaced squatting, the natural human resting position, with chairs. So one way you can squat without needing more time is in your morning routine, whether that's making coffee or tea or taking your dog out. Just practice getting into a squat and just hanging out there. If this isn't comfortable for you, then you could come up onto your toes, or you could place something underneath your butt that supports you and gives you a little assistance. And I'll show you what that looks like in a second. But squatting is something you can do when you're folding laundry. It's something you can do when you're waiting for the bus, if you don't mind looking like a weirdo. Just one of those things that can be inserted really easily into your life without needing more time. All right, so the next one, we're gonna come over here, is hanging. Most people have problems with their shoulders because they're not getting this overhead range of motion, right? What do? We often stay in this sort of kyphotic curve, working at a computer, working at a desk, or texting like this. We're not using our shoulders through their full range, and we're not getting a stretch in those tissues. So one thing I work with on all of my clients is getting a pull-up bar somewhere in their house, somewhere where they can hang from, because if you have somewhere to hang, you will. If you don't, I guarantee you won't ever do it. So pretty simple. The trick here is just stack it through, walking through your doorway. So anytime you come through your doorway, I'm just walking through, I come in and I just hang. It could be 5-10 seconds. If you can't hang with your feet off the ground, you can put your feet just slightly on the ground for a little bit of assistance. So that's number three. The last one we're going to do is we're going to come into the living room. So you notice here I have the couch. Love the couch. It's awesome, but it's also more just sitting, usually in one position. So what I like to do is have a yoga mat on the floor, and I like to spend some time sitting on the floor. Now, I could have a laptop here, and I could sit and work at the laptop. I could be sitting here, watching TV. I could be sitting here on the floor having a meal. All sorts of ways I can sit on the floor without needing more time, right? if you want healthy hips and hips that are strong and mobile, one of the best things you can do, one of the easiest things you can do is just sit on the floor more. So all sorts of ways you can sit on the floor. Obviously cross-legged is one of the ones most people know. You can also sit legs straddled out wide. You can squat, of course. You can do a half kneel. You can do a full kneel, toes up, or you can do toes down. Lots of different options. If sitting on the floor isn't comfortable for you, it's probably because you don't have too much range of motion in the hips and lower back. So what I recommend is using a yoga block to put underneath your butt, just to give you a little support. So this is a great way to do an assisted squat too, because you can get in the basic squat position, but you also have a little bit of support with you. If you don't have a yoga block, you might not have yoga blocks in your house, which is totally fine. You can grab something like a couch cushion, fold it up, put it under your butt. That works great too. Meditation cushion works great as well. But just having your butt elevated a little bit helps you so you're not so rounded out and collapsed. Ideally, when we're sitting on the floor, we want to be nice and tall and upright. So those are 4 natural movements: walking, squatting, hanging, and floor sitting that you can do without needing more time. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you implement these things and make that space in your apartment, in your house, to be able to do these things. If you have a yoga mat on the floor, if you have a pull-up bar, you will do these things. If you don't, you probably won't. So one of the easiest ways to change your habits is just change your environment. We all know that if we have sweets and stuff in the cupboard, we're more likely to eat that stuff. If we have healthy food in there, healthy snacks, we're more likely to eat that stuff. So same thing can apply to our movement as well. If we have this stuff in our environment, we're more likely to do it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. Please share it if you did enjoy it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.